Okay, so just kind of putting in the details and stuff. It's turned out pretty well actually. I've smoothed out a lot of it now. Smoothed out. It's got a bit of a shine because it's got light coming there and the light over there. I've still got to figure out how to not press it so hard that it doesn't get shine. Still got to put detail in the face. Here's coming along, like I said. Just drawing in the blacks first, and then I'll be detailing the hair up later. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with it. Obviously, about what I'm going to do, a bit like with my Gandalf. Yeah, I'll just stop there. I will finish this, but the problem is I don't want to get bogged down too much with the same techniques. Now I'll figure this out, move on, and I'll finish it later. It's not a priority. My thing is to rapidly learn how to work the pencil. So although I've moved on, that will be finished later because I know how to do beards now. It's not overly difficult, it's just time consuming. Same with this. I've started to learn how to do blocks of color, and basically so what I'm doing now is I'm moving on to my next one. Obviously Robocop, and yeah, like I said, I'm going to be doing quite a few fan art just because I like drawing fan art. This is one of my favorite movies. It's probably this, The Dark Knight. What other films do I love? There's quite a few actually. I love movies like The Thing. I actually watched that again the other day, into the horror movies. So yeah, I mean, what I'm going to do with this, what I'm doing with this particular one, like I've done certain drawings for certain things. This one was to figure out hair and beards and face and stuff like that. This one here was to figure out how to do large blocks of colors, whites, purples, and all that kind of stuff. And this one here is going to be more about metallic, making things look metallic, robotic, more futuristic kind of thing. Yeah, rather than just doing your standard kind of copy, because I hate copying. This is one thing I hate. I just hate copying pictures. It's boring. I do it when I have to in terms of learning techniques, and also when I'm going to do clients' portraits, but overall I don't really enjoy it. So what I might do with this one is to do a different background from what was in the picture. In the picture there was lots of people standing behind him. He was on a gun range shooting his gun. So I'm thinking about maybe doing a custom background. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, just adding in the color and stuff. Now one of the things is, if you're learning how to do the color pencil, is like before you smooth everything out, because what you'll see later on, probably in the video after this, is the smoothness, yeah, where you get this smoothness to it. Now before you do that, you have to, this is one of the things that is the basics, you have to build up the layers first, and then you can kind of smudge it so it becomes all kind of you know, smooth. Now the more smooth you want it, which I realized, the more you have to, so for metallic, in order to make it look really metallic, you have to really go into the little kind of nooks and crannies here. So here you'll see all these little gaps. In order for me to make it look really shiny, I have to fill in the gaps. Now if I want cloth or stuff, yeah, it's not a problem because I can just leave bits out because cloth's a bit rough. So the smoother the area I need, and obviously with the metallic stuff you need it as smooth as possible, the more I need to fill in these tiny little gaps before I just kind of like what I call blend it, because I will blend it and it will look shiny. You know, obviously similar to that, but even better, because now I've got the technique. Not overly difficult, if I'm being honest with you. Same technique as drawing in pencils, like your normal pencils, but it's just tedious. Like I said, a lot of things are not difficult per se, it's tedious. You have to, like, you know, really kind of like be able to kind of could just kind of like zone out and just do these silly little things in order to thingy. So yeah, as you can see, I've kind of smoothed things out a bit. I've got to smooth it a bit more though. Still working on it. Yeah, once I've got the head right, then everything else is going to kind of fall into place. Now the way I smoothed it was obviously got like the whites and just smoothed it like this. You have to just keep on working it until the thingy. Now I'm still going to work it because, like I said, with metallic, it's going to be the smoother the better. Yes, it's still a bit rough. Yeah. Kind of thinking to do a couple of like, I'm quite good at doing shiny stuff. I always have been quite good at doing shiny stuff anyway. Shiny stuff is pretty easy per se, just because you've got a lot of reflections. I need to do the Terminator as well. I've always wanted to do that, just haven't got around to doing it. Lots of other stuff. Yeah, I might do a couple of Robocop because I just love the film so much. Yeah, as you can see, I need to still finish the Joker, obviously, and the Gandalf. Can't let them linger too long. Yeah. I am, like I said, I don't want to keep, well, I'm going to keep repeating myself. I am really enjoying the colour pencils now, I'm not going to lie. Now that I've figured out kind of the basic techniques. Obviously you're still going to learn quite a lot more about certain things. But my main thing is finding a piece of paper that's large enough to start doing larger drawings. This is the problem. I don't want to be just copying artwork because I find just copying drawing. Actually, is the colour right? Well, I mean, one of the things that's problematic is I don't know whether the colour's right. Yeah, it's a bit bluey. I might need to make it more grey, to be honest with you. Yeah, one of the I am going to be starting selling some of these. Not all of them, because to be honest with the Robocop one and stuff, I'm kind of doing for myself, to be honest with you. I can sell prints of them, but not actually the whole thing. Not the original for a while, obviously. I'll have this on my wall. Unless someone gives me the right price, obviously, I'm not mad. The coronavirus has kind of messed things up, so, you know, financially, I might have to just think of the bigger picture and just sell some of these stuff. Obviously, yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a good thing that comes out of bad things, and because of the coronavirus, I was forced into kind of opening up my clientele, because obviously black and white is very limited, so very niche. So I thought, well, let me just go into colour to open it up, because I always knew I can draw in colour. It's not whether I can do it, it's just whether I want to do. And obviously now that I've found these little beauties, these little pencils, yeah, I'm starting to really enjoy it, man. So for me, it's more like I keep saying, it's more about what do I enjoy doing, not what looks better. Because people will say, Raj, this looks much better. Yeah, look at this. But if I don't enjoy it, there's no point. Like, I need to be able to enjoy it. And now I am enjoying it. And yeah, I don't mind, you know, I could even, like, you know, envisage myself sort of moving over predominantly with colour pencils, maybe even fully at some point, if I can really get to a certain standard. And yeah, I'm not saying that's 100%, but I can't see it being out of the realms of possibility now, because obviously the standard, yeah, see, you can see it's all of a sudden a bit of reflection. Alright. Yeah, so yeah, what I'm going to do for now is I've done quite, like I said, I've done that bit, so what I'm going to do now is just start finishing off the Joker, because I don't want too many unfinished drawings just sitting around. But I'll go over and do the Gandalf one and get the beard in the next couple of days as well. What I'm doing with the Joker one, I don't like the shine though here. It's a bit annoying. You can't really, there's a light on there, that's why I've got a light on here. So, but just been drawing in the hair and stuff, smoothing it out and everything. Now, yeah, one of the things was got a text from Sam M, big up to Sam M, saying, Dan, he was babysitted by David Cameron. Like it was the biggest news since, I don't know, like aliens had landed. What it is, I knew about that, about Dan for a long time. I think it's been a year I've known about Dan and his, basically his family business in that area. I don't want to talk too much because people kind of doxed him in a way. And I know people say it's not doxing because it's in the paper. It's still what you're doing. You're putting his family's kind of like face out there with him, associating with him. And if people don't like him, then what do you think might happen? You know, this is what people have done with me. Oh, well, we're not really doxing you. We're just kind of showing you, and this is out in the public anyway. But no, what you're doing is you're associating my behavior. Yeah, you're talking about bad behavior that I've done, then you've got a picture of my family members online, you know, on the screen. And what happens? People start associating the family with you, even if they've got totally different views. And the same thing with Dad. Like, you know, his family picture was on there, and you know, I think it was his mum and his dad and his brother. And you know, there are some people that don't like Dan. So, you know, I don't really agree with that kind of stuff. We know that Jareel does that all the time. That nasty freaking witch, Lima. Oh yeah, well, his family's pictures are out there anyway. We don't care. But when it happens to her and her freaking name was put out there with this freaking, because her kid nearly drowned. Oh, you can't do that. That's freaking doxing. Nope. If that's if your standard is that if your picture's out there, then it's not doxing or your family. And I don't even show their address anyway. Yeah, so I've known about Dan and his family's restaurant, having connections with David Cameron, because this, you know, obviously it's in the area, Oxford, and yeah, I mean, you're going to have people coming into these little restaurants and stuff. You're talking about like 20 years ago, 30 years ago. And so, yeah, it doesn't mean your political views are the same. It just means somebody eats at your place and they might get close to the owner, yeah, even if they don't agree politically. So I've never really even mentioned it, because this is one of the misconceptions, that people think I can't keep a secret. But the thing is, I have so many secrets. Like, you know, I've been like, people say, don't say this, don't say that, and they don't realize how many secrets I have. Yeah, I would only ever have disclosed this about Dan if he did something against my family, like if he tried to do something, and I don't think he ever would. So it was like, all right. I was like, okay, I have known, and I've fallen out with Dan quite a few times, to be honest. I've even called him Dan Tifa, but I never once ever thought to myself, oh, I'm gonna, you know, I got this information on him, I'm gonna show everyone, because, you know, what has his family got to do with what he's doing? Yeah. And this is a sign of, you know, cowards when they start to attack the family in order to get to the man. The biggest cowards are those. Another thing is, I was watching Zabida's stream, yeah, and I know everyone's say, Raj, Zabida's always stabbing you in the back. She's always stabbing you in the back. Why do you always like think she's always stabbing? Let me say something, yeah, before I say what I say. I can only be disappointed if I put levels of trust on people. So there's certain people that I've got very low levels of trust, yeah, in my mind. Like I'm like, okay, this person has got this much trust level, that person has got that much trust level, and it's not even really to do with how much I like the people. Yeah, there's some people I really like, but I have very little trust in them, in the sense that, okay, will this person, are they trustworthy when it's kind of like shit, it's the fan? Is this the type of person that I think? And no offense to you, Zabida, you're not high on the list of trustworthy people in that sense. And the reason I will say this is because Zabida's kind of loyalty is going to be with her Muslim brothers and sisters. And I don't even blame her for that. I don't think it's something that I even say to her, oh, I disagree with it. Yeah, and the problem with that is that she'll probably do things to appease them, even if she knows that, okay, it might not be the most just decision. So one of the things is that I've been banned from her platform. Mainly, I could imagine, not because she generally wants me to be banned, but because people have said to her, like Sir Faz and all those cockroaches, oh, you're always letting Raj on, rah, 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 rah. So they'll probably come to some kind of agreement in the back chat. They probably had a conference in Wembley Hall, in Wembley, you know, oh dad, is everybody here? And everyone's like cheering, yes, we're gonna ban Raj. Massive conference come, peace talks, how can we resolve this? And one of the agreements that must have come from it is that Raj is going to be banned from all the panels, yeah. And that's kind of the common threat. Now, one of the things is that, like, I don't really have an issue with it, to be honest, especially since I'm busy at the moment. You know, this drawing stuff situation with the new techniques. I actually didn't even realise that people are not really streaming about me, because I haven't really been keeping up to date as much. And then what happened, I was watching her stream the other day, because she puts most of them on private. And the other day I saw Wendy on there. I was like, all right. Oh, Wendy, okay, all right. Then I saw Jupiter. I was like, all right. Jupiter's on there, all right, fair enough. And I can't remember, there was one other person, yeah, that I saw on there. I was like, all right, that's a bit weird. Like, they're on there, but I'm not allowed on there. But then what happened is, yesterday, it was like the final, like, it was like when I saw what I saw yesterday, I was like, come on, you're taking the piss now. Now you're taking the piss. Because I was just went over, switched over, and guess who was on there? Ralph, yeah. A big-eared Ralphish, our local Indian, yeah. And I was like, all right, am I banned still? Because I thought maybe they might have changed the thingy. So I just thought I'd go on there and ask, like, okay, what is going on here? So when I went on there, obviously I found out pretty damn quick I am banned. But I was just in my head thinking, hold on, Ralph, yeah, is on the panel, but I'm not allowed on the panel. Like, what is the logic? I can understand if Ralph was off the panel, I was off the panel. I'd be like, well, all right, at least it's consistent. But Ralph has done the most vile stuff. Like, first of all, he has said some of the most vile stuff about Prophet Muhammad to people's faces. Yeah, I think he's even said it to Walid. Also, he, after the New Zealand attack, he didn't condemn it, and he also said it was target practice, and started doing the old, things to Rashma and all that. And remember, I actually fell out with him over that particular situation, so it's quite a big deal, like, you know, that he was doing that. And I was like, all right, you know, it's just out of order. And that's when me and him really fell out, and we've never really ever resolved that, and probably I never will, to be honest with you, because he's a grade A cunt and a freaking fake anyway. So you can't really be a friend with. You can't resolve things with somebody who's not real. So I was like, all right. And then all of the stuff that he said about Zabida and all of that, and I was like, hold on, I've not done nothing like that. I've never ever really said anything bad about Zabida. I haven't, I don't think I am somebody that's ever condoned terrorism or murder of people in general, let alone Muslims. And then so I was like, all right, what is the criteria? And so when I jumped on there, I just jumped on there for a minute. I was like, let me see. And obviously, it was. I mean, they didn't say in words per se, but it's pretty clear. This is kind of a consensus, not Zabida's decision per se, but a consensus to keep the peace. That the Raj is the common denominator. Raj is the biggest kind of like disruptor, because obviously I've got power. Yeah, in a way, it's kind of a backhanded compliment that like they see me more of a kind of like a disrupting influence than everybody. That I'm the one that has to be banned. I'm the one that has to be taken out of the equation. I'm the one that is the big boogeyman. Yeah, so another thing I'm going to probably do is to actually start selling these fan artworks. Now, obviously, I'm going to keep this one, I think, just because I love this, unless someone gives me enough money for it. And my Joker one, I might keep, but these kind of Gandalf and all these bullshit idiots, I'll just sell these, man, at some point, because I don't need this freaking weirdo looking at me. It's just more about technique. I don't really care about the drawing. This stuff, I'll probably sell prints and stuff. I might do a unique background for this one. Then, yeah, I might even try and get myself in Comic-Con, because I've got my old black and white stuff as well. Here's the original Spider-Man drawing. So I'm going to redo this in colour, then I can have them side by side, a colour version and the black and white pencil version. It's got a bit of a shine on it, but you can see this one's going to look pretty crazy in thingy. Yeah, I'm actually really loving the colour pencils, not going to lie. Not going to lie, it's something that, you know, better late than never. I'm glad I did start them. I'm really glad, you know. I think I was missing out on something that I'm really good at, because I am much better. I do think I'm better with colour pencils than I am with. I've always said that anyway. Anyone that says, "Oh, Raj, you never," no, look back at my videos. I've always said if I wanted to, yeah, I could be I could freaking kill it with colour pencils if I wanted to. The problem at that point, I didn't want to. And even now, when I started this, I didn't want to. I was forced into it because of the coronavirus, and obviously business is really bad, because obviously I work in commissions and stuff, and I thought the only way I can really survive is to, yeah, I had a choice of either doing a 9 to 5 for a year. This is my choice, yeah. I had to weigh it up. Do I want to do a 9 to 5 for 1 year, yeah, when the coronavirus kind of dies down, or start colour pencils? This is my choice, going to colour. Obviously, I was like, F it, I'll do colour, because it will open up my customer base by probably 80%, I think, once I start to do the dogs and the pets and stuff. Anyway, yeah, it's looking good, I think. I think the hair looks pretty good. So, yeah, anyway, big up. Anyway, take care.